Welcome back to another Commercial Trucking Chronicle video. I'm your boy Switty, quarter zip. Everybody quarter zipped up. So, Black Friday. You going out to spend some money? I ain't got no money for nobody, so I'm going to pass. But if you out there, be safe. So, I was something I was gonna say. I just told man, it just I hate when it happens. I have a thought and it just gets right away from me. Give me a second to think about it. What's up? How you doing? Thanks for joining me. I just lost my train of thought real quick, so bear with me. I had something I totally wanted to say. It's coming to me. Just gotta give me a minute. I had it on my tongue. There's a few different things I was thinking that's been on my mind. Okay, I know what it is. Unfortunately, that National Guard young lady, she didn't make it. So we want to send condolences to the family. You know what I'm saying? Um, Fortunately, during the holiday weekend, there's tragedy struck, and you better believe that there's a different tone right now. You know what I'm saying? In regards to um, the men and women that's out here, whether we like it or not. You know what I'm saying? These are our people. These are our, these are American citizens, soldiers, and this should have never happened. Well, I appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? um, and that's what I wanted to say too, because like I said, it's a whole different tone right now. Shockwaves and stuff like that for a lot of our military, man, because it's also they may feel like, man, we're being called to do policing our own community rather than you know be in a war zone, and these are communities where they're from. So I mean, they weren't from the area. They were, DC's not far from West Virginia, where the young lady was from, and the other serviceman is still fighting for his life. So we want to, continue to keep him in our prayers, man. You know, um, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. We got to still stand together though. And stuff. So my son-in-law is going into the reserves and stuff. Our National Guard. You know, so with a lot of the tone and the tension and things, like all across the whole country, and there's just a lot really happening. It's holiday season, and we still have uh, a lot of areas in the country where there's, not like there's civil unrest, but there's a lot of, you know, exercises. I'll use that word. There's a lot of exercises going on. You know what I'm saying? Um, and it's like a state trooper who's every day. They know every day. They might pull over the wrong car, and it could be somebody that, you know what I'm saying, um, is a vigilante or something like that. You know, how you doing? How you doing, Emily? Appreciate you for joining me, and I appreciate you guys for the like. Thanks for stopping in, y'all. Um, what's up? What's up? Insidious. Stanley so manly. That's what's up. Stanley so manly. Appreciate you for joining me, man. You guys do me a favor, man. Let me get some likes. I appreciate it if you could do that. Good, good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm doing all right, man. You know, one and on gray. I am on gray. I'm doing pretty good. Tyra Hunter, how you doing? Tyra Hunter, 7 p.m. What time is it? 5 of. And yeah, man, I'm just here to, what I'm saying, let you guys know that throughout the holiday season, man, we just want to try everybody stay safe, man, and keep positive attitude, and try to uplift somebody. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the likes, man. Try to uplift somebody, man. You might have somebody famous, a service, man, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And this has really hit home for everybody, bro. To not just the fact that happened. And I mean, of course, obviously, the simple fact that you know this like very, very unexpected. But you think people would say, oh well, this is who to blame, this is the blame, and this is things of the blame. At the end of the day, man, nothing like that was even called for. And I just really want people to understand that, you know, I know it's uncomfortable having, you know, all that's going on. It could be right outside my house, right? I don't want to have to walk to my car and have military law enforcement or anything, but the condition of we are living right now with a lot of hostiles right in our backyard. People that are hostile towards us because we are American, born and raised, bro. It's really just that type of energy out there that you wouldn't suspect it. And if it weren't for these men and women being, given those orders to make their presence felt, because we know there's a lot of people that don't come into this country, a lot of people, and where they're from or what they believe is crazy. But when an opportunity presents itself for somebody to go, and with everything that's kind of going on, it's just a lot of chaos, right? So people see that as an opportunity to kind of throw shade, throw bricks. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that families are affected by this, man. Families get, you get that phone call, man, nobody wants to have, you know what I'm saying? So, and then around the holidays, and that's why it was heartbreaking, man. It's heartbreaking, man. Young lady, 20 years old, man. You serious right now? And then the other guy, uh, I don't know how old he is, but we just pray for his a speedy recovery. If 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 God's mercies, send some help that man's way, man. You know. But other than that, man, how you guys doing? How was your uh dinner? Um, and how is the family? Everybody doing well? That's what we want to hear. Today's Friday, Black Friday, it's payday. I went and got my check, and I had a bonus in there. Yes, what? I knew I was going to get one anyway, even though I kind of, went to the wrong spot. If you seen that video or that short I did, uh, I was headed to the wrong job, man. Boss sure called me up too. He's like, no, 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 don't mess this up. But I got my bonus, so I'll take it. It wasn't a big bonus. It was a bonus. I said, well, how much did you want? Double. I don't want to say double or nothing. I double what I got would have been fine. Double, but this I take what I got. That was fine too, because it came with a check. So bumped up the numbers. So it's Friday evening. I got a birthday party to go to. Another fella tomorrow that I work with. I'm gonna give him a shout out. Booker. He's he's like the rep, the union rep where I work at. How old is Jeff Turner? I'm not sure how old he is. He's an OG, and his birthday tomorrow, so I'm gonna go by there and show him some respect. He got a whole lot of arrangements that he done made or that they done made for him. So I'm stepping up in there. I gotta get out the house sometimes, man. Besides going to the gym, I gotta get out and do some, some mingling with the people. It's the holiday season. Tis the season to be jolly. Tis the season, it's jolly time, baby. Come on now. Friday night, I don't get out often at all. I don't do it like I used to no more, man. So hey, I appreciate the likes and do me a favor and subscribe too, man. That would definitely be cool. So I got a link that I'm gonna leave in this in the description on this video, or I'm gonna make an attempt to. I know I'll be saying I'm gonna do this stuff, and you look and the link's not there. I'm sorry, I'm not computer savvy like that. I be trying though. Some of my videos, it looks like I'm getting a little better. So, but
Lola, what are you doing? No.
It's for a cold storage wallet. You might want to look into it. Tangent wallet, and that's if you're holding crypto. Okay, if you're not holding crypto, then this ain't for you.
Who gave her that other phone? Did you just give that to her?
Excuse me, I'm making a video. Excuse me. So, my dog is hiding over here. What up, puppy?
She went in the trash can. You need to watch her. She went in the trash can and got this phone.
Cold storage wallet just started the Visa card. They're making a Visa card now. So this is used for cold storage to take your crypto off of the exchange. It's Tangent, right? I use Tangent. I also have a Ledger. Now they're giving the Tangent with the Visa logo, so you can also use it at any merchant that you want to. I could transfer the crypto from my cold storage wallet to the Visa card, and I can use that anywhere. So no bank, I'm my own bank. I got the bank, and then I issue my own card. Well, they give me the card, and I use it. Perfect. You can swap, and they also have the feature where you're getting interest on that card. So I think it's up to. I just joined it today, so I'm on the waiting list. So They just launched this too. And so like I'm trying to be one of the early birds, you know what I'm saying, to get the card first when it comes out. They just launched it. And I signed up for it today. So that's what's up. So I'm gonna leave the link in the description. I'm gonna make sure I'll go back and I'll put it in there because it's a referral link. So I will get $5 worth of Bitcoin if you buy, you know what I'm saying, one of these. If you get a card, it's a black card. It's a metal card. I get $5 worth of Bitcoin and you'll get 10% off your purchase price. And the wallets are, I think they're going for like $50. $50, you'll get two of these. Two of these will come to you in the mail. If you want to get the rings, you can get the ring. The ring costs a little bit more, but you have to make sure you get your ring size. I think the tap and pay feature, and you can get interest. I think it's up to, I'm not sure. I'm not even going to talk about the interest until I start making interest. And I'll let you know how much interest that you can earn per percent, right? Well, I done had a lot to eat today, man. I'm not going to front. The last few days, I've been kind of pretty much, snacking and running around here, snacking on everything. So, my dog eat bone. I tried to get that bone from her earlier. She almost bit me. That's just for her to chew on. So, what else was there I was going to say too? Be on the lookout. December 1st. I don't think that's Monday. Cyber Monday. That's the December 1st. They're launching some new games. I heard, I forget the name of the game. All you gamers, y'all know more than me about this gaming stuff. A lot of these games, and there's a lot of new phones too that are coming out. If I'm not into gaming and stuff like that, but there's some of the rewards that they say you can get in these new games is redeemable in crypto. So, like, they're doing a lot with this stuff right now. Banks just went ISO 220 compliant. So keep an eye on your bank. You know what I'm saying? Like, when they start rolling out stuff, it's going to start coming out. A lot of stuff is just coming out in December, after the 1st of December, going right into the New Year's, man. They're launching a whole lot of new projects, man, that are incorporating blockchain technology, man. I better wake up and find out what's going on behind the curtain, man. I know it's a lot of stuff that seems like, it's the Wizard of Oz, and I'm the great wizard, and people scream, and then you just go behind the curtain, sees this little guy back there pushing all these buttons, playing all these games, and he got all the answers. He's got all the buttons. It's all at his fingertips, right? It's all at his fingertips. But he's freaking scaring everybody or spooking you or, controlling the market. Silver just went freaking through the roof today. I never bought silver. It's a good buy because you have the most upside. Look where gold is. Gold is almost $4,500 an ounce. Silver just went from like 30 to 85 bucks or something. That's crazy in one day. Early this morning, I saw a lot of that stuff happening because I be up watching the markets that time in the morning. I get up and go to the gym. And, I check the news and I be looking and they be talking about it as it happens. And I seen it. I was like, wow, look at that. There's a lot going on in the world. And a lot of things are getting ready to happen because it's countdown to the end this year. Once it's over and we get in that 2026, they're going to full throttle some stuff. I'm trying to tell you, it's about to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And if you got yourself set up and you're in position, you know, there's industries that are going to just take off. They're going to take off. Excuse me. Like, what are you doing up there? That's serious. It's going to take off, man. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and, you know, just appreciate you guys for coming up here. I didn't want to hold you too long. I did want to just give, you know, show my respect to those National Guard, the men and women. Just wanted to kind of, you know, acknowledge them, man, give them some airtime. Definitely, man. Come up here and say, hey, how you doing, man? And just, you know, show some honor and some respect for these people out here, man. You know what I'm saying? They like you and me, man. We here. That's like my son-in-law. If he's would have to go over somewhere, like he's going there because, you know, it's his job. He's in the National Guard. Of course, or the reserves, them guys, they're the first ones they call on to kind of render aid or render help in any situation here at home. You know what I'm saying? For them to be targeted, that's not right, man. That ain't right, man. They're not out there doing nothing but, you know, just helping the situation just by showing up. You know what I'm saying? They be having time to have the National Guard be out there, and they're not running around with heavy artillery or nothing. Usually, most of the time, their services are to help, right, at home. A lot of times it'd be natural disasters. They're showing up. You know what I'm saying? They come in and they helping us. You know, you don't aggressively, you know, do something to one of them. You'd be glad to see the infantry show up, especially when there's a natural disaster. You know what I'm saying? Like, where are they? You know, those are the first people they're the ones that we want to see showing up. And if they don't want to show up because they feel like they're going to be targeted, like, they should never feel that way. Never, bro. Yo, that's so damn, man. It's so heartbreaking, man. It's so heartbreaking. All right, so say a prayer for them. You guys have a good evening. I appreciate you for coming to the live. Hit me up, man. Y'all leave a comment. Thanks for those people that subscribe and for that left the comments. This is Tara Hunter. Appreciate you for shouting me out. What's up? Landon Gray. Appreciate all y'all. Appreciate the likes too, man. And subscribe to the channel. I want to get off here, but I feel like I want to kind of keep going. I already ate, so I'm straight. Let me go ahead and get this thing so I can put the link in here for you. I'm gonna have to put this link in here about this wallet. Let's see, is there any updates before we go? Let me just see if there's any updates. I still haven't learned how to share my screen. I have the phone, well, I have this phone plugged up, not this one that I'm filming from. I don't know whether I have to have the phone that I'm filming from plugged up or if I could share the screen. Either way, if I have to turn the phone around, I'll turn it around. Oh, here it is right here. Here it is right here. This is adoption, man. This is what we're waiting for. Where you can earn interest or passive income on your crypto investments while in your cold storage, cold custody. While you because before what it was, and I never did it. You gotta send you have to send it somewhere. You send it onto another site, and you gotta trust them, right? If you trust the site, you send it there. I mean, I'm not saying now this is not. Please don't go and do anything and send your crypto somewhere and say, "Hey, this ain't financial advice," but I'm just saying. I just stumbled upon this myself. So we're gonna take it with a grain of salt. And that's why self custody. That's why I self custody, because I don't trust nobody. I had already been there and done that. I've had enough. I've had enough of my hard-earned money fraudulently scammed, and so I had enough by trusting, a lot of the information that. So you got to research yourself, and I give you the link so you can go do the research yourself. Just make it a little easy for you. At least it'll bring you to the actual site. I'm not sending you to a phishing site. I'm sending you straight to their website through that link. And then from there, just research on that site what they're offering. Don't go nowhere else. Don't get sent nowhere else. If you are sent somewhere else, check the site and make sure it's the same official site. But this is what we've been waiting for. This is what I've been waiting for. I've been a little hesitant, like I said, doing it, because I already have had taken so many losses already, like too many hard-earned dollars. You know what I'm saying? I work for to be. I'm not so risky. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be too risky with it. But I would take a chance with a small amount just to test the waters. And that's the best advice I can give to anybody. Just like if you ever, when you first got Cash App, they tell you, just send a small amount, $1, 20 cents. You know what I'm saying? You always do that. Always do that. I would never steer you wrong and say, yeah, you got, okay, send it off. No. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. You want to get confirmation that little small amount went where it's supposed to go. Because there's too many ways that, things can go wrong here, right? So you want to make sure you're doing it. You want being smart, when you take that chance or make that transaction. But like I said, this is what we've been waiting for, where you can use your own custody wallet and it acts like the bank, because it turns you over a yield or a return because of what you are holding on to, what you custody, the asset that you have in the wallet. Now it's working for you alongside the price appreciation that happens in the regular market. the asset goes up or the asset goes down, right? So if the asset that you have is growing in value, you're going to make that money. So 5 shares are 5 shares. They can be 5 shares at $1 or 5 shares at maybe $10. If it goes to 10, you've made money. You're making money off of 5 shares. So yeah, 5 shares by a little few more dollars is more money. But just because you have 5 shares, you're still gonna make money off of them 5 individually. Just if the market don't go up or down. If it don't go up or go down, it just stays flatline, you're still getting an interest for holding. For holding. That's like having a savings account, and just because you have a savings account, you get interest on the account as long as it's there. You know what I'm saying? Banks don't even do that no more. I don't. We might have to get a high yield savings account. Some banks will do it, but those are digital banks. Brick and mortar bank, I don't think they really. Nobody. They probably got some stuff like that, but I don't know what banks do it because I don't mess with the banks too much like that. I don't have a savings account. I don't have a savings. I don't have a savings account at a bank. So, and I would say I forgot how it works because it's been so long since I've been in the traditional banking system, writing checks, getting direct deposits. I just deal with crypto. When I get paid, I buy the crypto, and then from there, if I need to send it somewhere to cash it in or cash it out, I don't do much of that, cashing it in and cashing it out. You know what I'm saying? I don't, because I don't want to pay the tax, capital gain tax, for every transaction. It's not worth it in the short term. So my assets are like long-term holds. And all I've been waiting for them to do is just introduce how I can make money on my long-term hold. Even if it goes flatline and it doesn't appreciate, I'm still holding it. Right. Well, I should be making some yield. I should be earning some money for holding this asset. So now they're offering that. So of course, like I said, I put the thing, and I'm gonna put the link in there so you could go. You have to get one of these first. Once you get one of these, then you can sign up for the one with the Visa logo. It has a Visa logo. It's just like a Visa card. Same thing. You can use it at any store. You can buy, sell, or do whatever with it. You can get direct deposit over to there. Then you can, from that card, put it into here. So you basically are. This is the bank. This is the bank, man. I mean, if you're holding crypto, because where else are you going to hold it? You're gonna go over to one of the exchanges so they can file bankruptcy, or they can block you out and say, hey man, we the government tells us we can't let you have none of this stuff. What? I had all that stuff happen to me before. So I'm not messing with them people. That's a centralized exchange. They're ran by the government. Centralization means yes, we are following all the rules. So I follow the rules too. I just don't need you to tell me I can't go into my account today. You ain't locking me out of all my I work too hard for all of this. So there's a big difference when you really have control over your money, because you can do what you want to do. You don't have to wait for approval. Oh yeah, you're here to withdraw X amount of dollars. Now you got to come back tomorrow. Where you need that? Where you need the money for it? Well, I gotta tell you. It's linked to my card. I'll just transfer it over to the card. That's all you're gonna do, because I don't need to walk out of here with it in my pocket. Transfer it over to the card, and I'll swipe and spend it as I wish. But see, this is where the digital CBDC is central bank digital currency, where the government issues these type of currencies or these cards that they put, not this one, but they'll issue you a card that it's much like Snap, and they can control how much you have or when you can and cannot spend anything. And it's all digital. It's all on a, it's at his fingertips. It's like, there's a guy behind the curtain doing all of this, making these noises and stuff. I am the great and powerful Oz. Like, bro, you holding up all that I'm trying to do over here, talking about come back tomorrow to get the money. So this is permissionless. I don't have to ask for nothing. And we did have to wait for them to, get the regulation and stuff kind of, passed, so that now these financial institutions and these banks or these platforms or these exchanges can act more like banks. And they finally did it. So now they about to take off. This thing is taking off. It's taking off. It's already been. This is believe it or not, this Tangent wallet, you guys. This Tangent wallet is like the best out there for security. The best hack. I think they got like 6 million wallets or something. 0 out of 6 million have ever been hacked. 0 out of 6 million. And there's other wallets where people have had problems, like their crypto's been hacked, their wallet's been hacked. People got into them, or they lose their seed phrase, or you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. Like, this is like one of the, if not the best, one of the most highly recommended ones. So I jumped on it when I heard about it. But I have a Ledger too, so my Ledger was my first one. But anyway, that's it, man. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna get to the link. Make sure I put the link in the description for you. You'll get 10% off. This is my promo code, or referral code. It's my referral code. You can use my referral code. At least you know you're going to the right site, right? This will get you right to Tangent. In fact, I'll show you my balance. I'm not showing that. Never mind. All right, you guys, have a good one. Peace out. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the likes. Hit the subscribe button and leave a comment.